Good evening, and welcome to the Lego Speed Champions finish line. This is the first of two streams I'll be doing on this, my birthday week for this summer. We have the two August 1st cars tonight. Let's go over to the camera and take a look. So these are the two cars that released 1 week ago on August 1st. They finally came in the mail yesterday. We have the Ferrari F-40 Supercar, which is the fourth Ferrari in second generation Lego Speed Champions. This one has the distinction. Ferrari has the distinction of being the only car company with four cars that doesn't have any two packs. And we also have this NASCAR-branded Chevrolet Camaro. This color scheme is a little bit garish, but I like it. It's definitely the most unique looking of the cars in terms of its colors. This particular NASCAR color scheme does not represent any one racer as far as I can find out. It seems that they combined a couple of different drivers' color schemes to make this car. But this is definitely the most clownish, garish, and tacky looking of the cars, and that's why it's perfect for the ultimate finale. So we have the Ferrari F-40 and the NASCAR Chevrolet Camaro. And this will be our last LEGO Speed Champion stream until 2025. No cars have been announced for the October release wave. So if any do come in that wave, well, it'll be a big surprise, sure. But a welcome one, because this is a cool series. This is also the last physical LEGO I'll be able to do for a couple months. So hopefully I'll be able to do some computer Lego and some gaming streams in the coming weeks. I know we have I have another board game stream planned for tomorrow with the online board game site that we were using a couple weeks ago. So I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and get started. We will start with the Ferrari. So this is the F-40 Supercar. And then if you look on the back, you have the, well, it's not really a picture of the car driving away. It's the back view of the car in the showroom, and then, of course, a photo of the real car. Let's go ahead and get this open and get started. One more look at the back, and then let's go ahead and open this up and get started building the Ferrari. Let's see here. We have bag one. It looks like 3 numbered bags. No, 4 numbered bags. Interesting. They really split this car up. Standard size cars are usually 2 bags, but we've seen a few variants on the bag count in the sets this year, so I'm not surprised at this point. We have, of course, the physical instruction book. Let me go ahead and pull up our instructions. So we have, of course, the PDF instructions. They're a lot bigger than the paper instructions. Here's a sticker sheet. It's a lot more extensive than I thought it would be, considering that this is a monocolor car. But yeah, it's to be expected, a sticker sheet like that from Speed Champions. And of course, the standard chassis piece from which the whole car will be built around. Let's set the box aside. And let's get these, let's take off bags 4, 3, and 2 so we can get started with bag 1. Okay, so we are ready to open up bag 1 and get started with our Ferrari F-40 car. And let's get started. Okay, so this is our last 2 cars. I mean, I knew about the August 1st cars. I learned about them while we were doing that run of 2 packs. And I figured I could have easily done 2 single car episodes for these, but I figured it would be anticlimactic to do 2 single car episodes for the finish after a big run of 2 packs. So we're doing this. We're doing our final 2 car stream to finish the series. All right, so you can see that we have a driver here, and she does not come with a helmet, which is interesting. No helmet suggests that this is a street car. All right, bag 1 has been emptied. Bag 1 also doesn't look too substantial, so it looks like they took the 2 bags and split each of the 2 bags from Standard Speed Champions into a 4-bag build for this one. There's a lot of little tiny pieces, but it's very not substantial, this pile of parts in front of me. Much less than I'm used to with a bag 1. So let's start, as we always do, by assembling the driver. And it would help if I put the legs on the correct way. And this driver has street clothes, only one face. This face is just a happy smile, not the overconfident smile that we see a lot of the drivers having. Let me make sure the hair is centered and then I'll show you. This is definitely one of the least detailed torso prints in terms of the line, but I like simple. We've had so many complicated racing jackets. It's refreshing to see a simple sweater, and the letters on the sweater say Ferrari. This is about the simplest Speed Champions driver there is in terms of design. There's a couple others that have street clothes, but I think this is the simplest in design. There's nothing on the back, and still a pretty cute looking driver. Most Lego minifigures are cute. Standard procedure, they can sit in the corner and watch the car be built. And they actually gave us a spare wrench. Interesting. I think the other set I got also comes with a wrench. So I'm actually going to set this one off to the side as a spare. I may actually end up with a wrench in my spare bits bag. They never did spare wrenches before. We also have this baggie of wheel covers. I'm going to set that aside till we need it. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start the build with our chassis piece. This isn't quite the last time you'll see the chassis piece, because the second car tonight also has the standard car structure built around the chassis. We don't have any of those unique special frame weird builds tonight. It'll be interesting to see how the bags progress, because we're using this model was split into 4 numbered bags instead of the normal 2. I'm gonna miss doing physical Lego the next couple months, but I have financial obligations that must be paid before I do any more. That was the deal I made for finishing the series over the summer. So Alright, so here we have our first axle block. A very standard part of a Speed Champions build. I have no idea if we're looking at the front or the back of the car yet. There's no identifiable details yet. Interesting. Alright, these need to be straight. So we have these rounded plates that need to be lined up with the studs on the brackets. Those are sticking out a bit. I hope that doesn't become an issue and that they're supposed to be doing that. Okay, those look straight. They're about as straight as they can be. So it looks like we're doing some layering on the interior now. So in a couple steps, we'll know which way of the car is supposed to be the front and which way is supposed to be the back. Interesting development going on here. I'm still not quite sure which way we're looking yet. We have a microphone piece here, the standard minifigure microphone piece for the, yeah, I can't really show that, my fingers get in the way here. But yeah, it's going to go in the center strip here, and it's going to be like the gear shift or whatever that part of the car is. I have big plans for my Lego collection spanning into 2025, but it pretty much has to be put on hold for a while for pretty much the rest of the year. We'll see how much of my wish list I'm actually able to achieve over the next year and a half or so. Okay, so we have a brick here that's going to fill in some mass and layering for the shaping of the car, it looks like. Okay, we have our first use of stickers, and this is a 2x bit. It looks like our first bit of detailing for the car's side. Okay, what's going on here? I see how this bit is supposed to go. So that's the sticker we just put on. I'm not sure what part of the car it's supposed to represent, but we'll go ahead and attach it here. On the side of the car, and then we have to do the same thing for the other side. Since the assembly for the other side is identical, I'm not going to show the sticker again. But yeah, this is this is our first little bit of detailing for what will be the side of the car. Okay. Let's keep. All right, so now we're working on the other axle block. Oh, shoot. I put that plate on the wrong layer. Time for a brick separator. There we go. There, I fixed that. Sorry that was off camera. Now you know why I keep my tool with me when I do a Lego build. I know it says to attach the plate to the brick first and then put them on, but it layers just as smoothly if I do it like this. Okay, this build is starting to do some interesting things. I really don't know what to expect at this point. And that's a good thing. Speed Champions is full of surprises in the build techniques. Every car has a few surprises. doesn't do anything yet. And then we have this big, huge plate layer sticking past what we just put on. I'm still not 100% sure which way's forward, which way's back, but I think I have a better idea. We'll know for sure with another detail or two. Okay, and now we get to put on the wheel arches. I think I'm working on the back right now just on account of the way these clips in the center of the chassis appear to be the backs of seats, where the backs of seats will attach, and based on the position also of the joystick, I'm assuming that these are the back wheel arches and it's the back we're building up right now. All right, we're ready for bag 2. Let's push these spare bits aside and get out bag 2. 43 cars over, it'll come out to about 7.5 months. I think Christmas week was when I built that James Bond Aston Martin and started this journey. So 7.5 months, almost to the day. It's been a fun race. All right, bag 2 is open and ready. Yeah, I'm 90% sure this is the back. Oh, this is cool. What's cool? What it's doing, you may ask? I will show you in a moment. So you can see it has us do this thing with the bar clip and the grill piece that we're going to put on what is the back of the car here. But look at that. An Italian flag in disguise as part of the internal structure for the back of the car. That's really cool what they did there. Yeah. I know, yeah, I really like that. That's a really cool Easter egg that you will never notice just by looking at the outside of the car. And I know you won't notice by looking at the outside of the car because in my attempts to press this in, I knocked something else out of alignment. But in putting this in, I see that the green plate actually goes behind things. And you can kind of make it out from the bottom. You can kind of sort of see that hint of green right in there. But given that it's against black, you can't really see that on camera. All right, let's keep going with the build now. Based on the way that little slope, cheese slope is pointing. Yeah, we're definitely working on the back right now. let's keep going. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so those are the seat backs. So that tells us definitively that it's the back of the car that we've been layering up, which makes sense given that most Speed Champions cars start with detailing the back and then detailing the front afterwards. All right, let's make the other seat. And here we're going to put in the steering wheel. Standard black base steering wheel here. But since I have a tradition of showing it off every time I put the steering wheel in the car, there you go. And it looks like we're doing an assembly. And it looks like, wow, that's cool. This red plate is printed with a black stripe on the side. That's a pretty cool effect that we got going here. So glad that's not a sticker, because that sticker would have been held in place. So this is that section we just built up. And that's going to go on this side of the car. So that's going to go in that stud. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? No, it's just the way it's attached. All right, so that's what it looks like. Oh, and I see that hole there is to make that other black triangular shape on the side. But yeah, the shaping of the car is starting to come together. Of course, now we'll do another one of those for the other side. And I'm not going to show it off again because it's exactly the same. And then I'll just insert this onto this side and we can move on to the next step. Oh, I see. It's so you can make that slight angle that the car shape has. But we have to start building up the front before I can set that up properly, I think. I think that's lined up. I hope I have these positioned correctly. The picture is not exactly clear. And then we have these mutant extended corner pieces here to fill in the shaping. And I I think I did, in fact, line these up correctly, because otherwise these pieces would not look proper. Wow, is this a little bit of an engine build? Speed Champions doesn't usually include the engines unless the engines are visible on the from the car exterior. So this is kind of interesting. This might actually be a little bit of an engine build. And we have well, these are actually trans clear bits. The Speed Champions line is known for tinted windows, trans brown for most of the line, and trans black on some of the newer ones. So it's kind of interesting to see trans clear in this line. Okay, so we have here the next sticker detail. And this one actually is the same kind of triangle shape on the sticker we put in on the side, bottom of the sides in bag one. I'll show you in a moment. Again, the two stickers are exactly the same, so I'm not going to show you both of them. But this is what the sticker looks like. And it'll go here on the back of the car. And now I have to get one more of those tiles and put the other sticker on. All right. So that's what the back of the car looks like with that engine detailing on and those two little stickers. And these sides do want to keep pushing themselves inwards. I'm going to wait until the front before I really do anything with that. Okay, now we have flat wedges with stickers. One pointing that way is the number 7. I'm not sure what this detail is supposed to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply the stickers and put them on. It's a little tiny car part detail. It's not anything like a logo or anything substantial. And my fingers will get in the way if I try and show the sticker. Well, I'll make an attempt, but that's what the sticker looks like. And there's one on each side. Okay, now I have to do the one for the other side. That's poor sticker placement. Not centered at all. All right, better. Okay, so we've got the beginnings of a back window here. It's actually kind of refreshing to see the window section in trans clear rather than tinted. We have here, of course, this big panel to make. This is what we just put together here. And this whole section is going to clip on behind the seats on these clips here and go over that little assembly we made before. So I guess that is a little bit of the top of the engine sticking out, visible beneath the window. That's cool. And now it looks like we're going to start stacking up these trans clear 1x1 tiles. Okay, we have it 2 times here. So let's make sure, same deal with a multi-page 2 times that I usually do. We'll build one till the end of the page, we'll put it down, we'll build the other. We'll turn the page, keep going with the one in hand, we'll put it down, and then keep going with the other one until they're ready to be attached to the car when we finish these assemblies. Okay. I forgot to put this in. Interesting layering of the little 1x1 tiles. Let's make sure I'm assembling this correctly. Interesting. So let's make sure everything's straight. Straight as can be. And then let's go finish the build on this side. It's interesting how they have everything stacked and layered to create this tier effect with the clear tiles. So this is what we put together. This little assembly, and this whole assembly will slot into the back of the car like this. And then, oh, that's cool. And then all these trans clear tiles line up to complete the effect of the back of the window. I'll show you in a little bit. Right now, I want to finish up the last couple pieces in this bag because I think they represent more of the look back here. So I'll show you in a little bit. Not yet. And then we have these 2 little clear wedges at the back here, filling in the gaps here in the shaping. Okay, and then we have these printed slope pieces. They're the same, except there's one for each side. And that looks like it's going to be an extension of the main canopy window. And this will drop in and line up with what we've already put in and finish the look for the back of the, or the top section of the car. So that's what we have. That's what the back of the top looks like. You can see the engine through the back window, the tiered effect on the clear tiles, and then how the slopes carry printed back end of the window there. It's time for bag 3. And it looks like we're going to start piling things onto the front end of the car now. Looks like we have a little bit of an assembly we'll be doing here. Okay, and it looks like this. So it looks like this sticker is some gauges that I guess are going to be put into the driver's area. Let's make sure the sticker is straight. Even though it's for the interior of the car, this car has trans clear, so it may be visible. I just put that sticker upside down. Alright. I had it straight too, and then I realized the piece itself was pointing the wrong way when I put it on. Alright, let's see if I can get it to go straight again, facing the correct way this time. That's as straight as I can make it. It's not perfect, but it is the interior, so I'm not as concerned about this sticker. So that's what it looks like. And this is going to attach here onto the front of the car. And now it looks like we're going to start layering and shaping the front. All right. I wonder why this bit isn't symmetrical. Look, we do the same thing on the other side, except the layers are not in the same places. All right, I'm not sure why these builds are not symmetrical. I guess we'll find out as the car progresses. There it is. So this one will go over here like that. That tile does not look straight. Interesting placement of bars here. I wonder what's going to clip into these. When you see weird connections like this on Speed Champions, it usually means that there's going to be some awkward shaping going on. Robot arm pieces? Wonder what these are going to be for. But yeah, the robot arm piece locks into place the these angled side pieces that we built earlier. Not sure what the robot arms are for, but that's what it looks like on the front of the car. You can see they hold these angled side pieces in place. They're not going to flop around on us anymore. Some more sticker work, it looks like. Let's just make sure. Yeah, it's the 2x3. Okay. And this sticker is going to be the Ferrari logo for the side of the car. And actually, I think I want to put it on first, because I think this sticker has a bit of that striping on it. There we go. That's what that sticker looks like with the Ferrari logo. I lined up the stripe as best as I could, given that there's a little gap there. I have to do it again on the other side. So we'll put the tile on, we'll grab the sticker, and try and line up this middle black stripe here. And on this side, actually lining up the stripe is going to cause the sticker to go off the edge. No, it's the angle I was looking at it. We're fine. Let's try and do this more smoothly. There's the one for this side. You can see that little Ferrari logo there. Alright, so I'm guessing these slopes are here to help us shape and angle the front here. And we have the front wheel arches now. And then it looks like some more color blocking for the canopy side of the hood of the car. And some tiling as well. So glad that didn't go off the table when I butterfingered it. And now we have some more sticker work. Oh, and these stickers actually will connect with something on the front end, so I'm not going to put them on yet because I want to make sure the stickers actually, knowing that they're going to line up, I could probably get away with trying to align these with the bottom edge of the slope if possible. So yeah, these stickers are just some panel lines for the front of the car. Yeah, that's not so bad. I got it right on the edge. Let's do the same thing for this one. Now this is a front detail, so when we put on the other half of these panels stickers, I need to make sure everything lines up properly. Okay, we're going to do an assembly now. That's an interesting color for these round plates. It's not gray, it's more of a dark tan color. You don't see this. I haven't seen this color very much. It's probably more common than I realize. It's just not in the sets that I get. So this section attaches to the bottom of the front end of the car like this. And I think that's a structural bit that's going to hold on the details for the front of the car. Yeah. Starting with these little bits here. double stack plates on a side stud brick. Let's make sure those plates are aligned. Okay. Some trans orange and trans clear. So it looks like we're working on some headlight details right now. Reviewers criticize this model for the headlights being open and not paneled over, but we'll just see how it actually looks, I guess, when we finish. And now we have some printed pieces, some printed wedge plates going on the side to extend the stripe past the wheel arch into the front. Okay, so you can see right there, that's what that looks like. And there's a matching one on the other side. Okay, this is cool. And then we have slope bits with some printing going on the side here. So let's see. My fingers are probably going to get in the way. That's what it looks like. I already attached the little 1x1 black plate, but you can see how the black plate matches up with the printing on the side there to create the color blocking. And this will go here, and then I just have to do one for the other side. And that will go there. And then we just have two more little stickers going on the front here that go on onto those slopes we just put in. And I guess these represent headlight bits. This one, the one on the right, could be a little straighter. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit. Yeah, let's adjust this one a little straighter. I think that's about as good as it's going to be. So that's what those two little stickers look like on the front. So now we're doing some hinge stuff here. With Speed Champions, hinge pieces almost always get locked into place. They're used to create precision angles. So this will go in here and then slope down like that. But actually I'm going to leave it up until I know what's going to orient on there. So bag 4, and it also says this is where we're going to use the wheel covers from earlier. We'll pull out the wheel covers when the time comes. Okay, so this car uses separate wheels and tires. Most of the cars, with the exception of the first wave when they hadn't been developed yet, used combination wheels and tires. So I'm going to have to pull the wheels and tires aside and set them aside like I usually do. Tires. Not sure why we're using separate wheels and tires when they're just stand. You know why? Because I think these tires, they look a little bit thinner than most of the Speed Champions tires. And then, of course, the canopy we will set aside as well. And we will get on with bag 4. Bag 4 begins with an assembly. Bag 4 also doesn't have a terribly huge number of pieces here. It looks like bag 4 is just going to be finishing details. Obviously, we have to fill in the gaps in the front of the car. The back brackets are still exposed, so there's some unfinished detailing to go there. And then, of course, the wheels and the canopy, which is the last step. Okay, so this section, so this will go onto the wedges, the hinge. This section is supposed to go onto that hinge, I think. Not sure why we didn't attach the hinge before putting this section on. But yeah, I think I got it lined up. Yeah, we got that section lined up now. You can see the shaping there. And then we have a long tile with a sticker. Let's get this tile into place, and then this is the sticker that lines up with the other stickers we put on before, so let's put the piece on first and then the stickers. And if I can line up these panel lines, that would be the best case scenario. It's okay to have a gap, because there actually is a sizable gap between the two pieces. I just want the lines to look like they're lining up. Only 3 stickers left on the sticker sheet. Okay, so these 2 squares here, I lined them up best I could. They're not perfect, but they're not terrible. Let's keep going. And then we have a tile, which is printed with a very tiny Ferrari logo. My camera won't focus on that because it's too tiny. But this will go down here. As you can see, the front headlight areas are left open and exposed. Not sure what they could have done to fill that in, but I'm sure the YouTubers will be making mods of that. Black plate with a red stripe printed on the side. So I think what we're building up now is the assembly for the back end of the car. Cool use of the grill slopes. Bar. This is the lightsaber length bar, I think. I wonder what's used for. Okay, so the bar is used for uh, holding these exhaust pipes. It's cool seeing each different cars, the ways each of the different cars do the exhausts. I want to make sure that these are centered and lined up. Good enough. It's the back end of the car. Wow, so we're layering some brackets now. Oh, I see. The bracket layering is just to attach it to the bottom of the striped plate here. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah, we're building up the back end of the car, and you can see here how the current back end of the car, it's totally unfinished, looks brackets, structural stuff. What we're doing is we're building the actual back end for the car, and this is what it looks like. And this is going to attach onto here. Okay, okay, that's all going to line up and attach on like that. And that's what the back end of the car looks like now. It looks like we're doing another section of the back now to fill in those gaps. And there is a side printed tile. Oh geez, I'll do my best to try and show this on camera. This tile has silver printing on the side that says Ferrari. That's a really cool effect. Wait, these are supposed to be the printed. Are they supposed to be? Okay, so that's what the taillight piece looks like. You can see the little silver print in the middle of the trans orange tile. I need another light block. Okay, so this is what the light block looks like. And this is going to attach in like this. And that's what the back end of the car looks like with the tail lights, the Ferrari logo. The back has been filled in now. And now it looks like we're going to build up some more on the back here. Oh, we're building in the tail fin spoiler. That's what we're doing here. And that's what it looks like with the spoiler built up. And now we're just going to fill in some of the... Okay, so these little flat pieces of the clips are just to fill in some gaps on the side where we did structural things. Positioned precisely to keep that black stripe going around. I like it. Now this sticker doesn't have to line up with anything in particular, but I still want it to be straight. It needs to look straight, but it doesn't actually line up with anything. So it's okay if the centering's not perfect, but it does need to be straight. So that's what that sticker looks like. It looks like some kind of vent pattern. And then I would assume we're putting we're putting it on the other side as well. And then there's also a sticker that doesn't get a counterpart on the other side. So at this point, we're just putting up finishing details on the Ferrari. We're pretty much there with this car. And then the number 1 sticker. Oh, okay. So this sticker, it says F-40, but it's meant to be an embossed look, so it's in red. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I will try, because this F-40 sticker looks cool. But first, our empty sticker sheet. And now, if I can get the sticker to focus, the vent sticker is the same one we put on the other side, but you can see the sticker at the top, F-40 on the side of the spoiler. I can't show it any better than that, but yeah, the camera picked it up a little bit. Don't know why we have an underside flag here. Oh, it's to finish the look for the exhaust pipe area. That's all. That little underside flag that finishes the bottom of the exhaust pipe also covers up the Easter egg Italian flag. Canopy. We have a nice printed canopy for this one. And being on trans clear, the red printing is actually solid and matches the car. And you can see with the canopy attached how it matches the back windows. Kind of the back window, the back end of the window is printed in silver on those slope pieces, and then the canopy is trans clear. But if I tilt this just the right way and the light hits it just the right way, it looks like the same window. And with it being trans clear, you can actually see the red seats inside. All right, spoons for mirrors. I will say the spoons, the spoons that make these mirrors look a heck of a lot more like a car side mirrors than those quarter tiles do that most of the Speed Champions cars have. Wheels. All right, which wheel we want? The star-shaped ones. The solid star-shaped ones. So let's pull out these wheel covers. We want this one, not this one. When they give you multiple sets of wheel covers, the idea is you're supposed to be able to swap them out and customize if you want, but I don't. I just leave the spares in a spare wheel covers bag. All right, the wheel covers are out. So let's go ahead and start our wheel assembly. And And we finished this car at just under the hour-and-a-half mark by the time I get these wheels out on. The other car I anticipate taking a little bit longer. So that's what the wheel looks like for this car. Nice thin tire, which I think is why they didn't use the pre-assembled wheel and tire piece. Yeah. Last wheel. And then this car is done. And there we have the Ferrari F-40. This car is done. So there's the side, front, side. This is a nice looking car. Back, bottom, top. As is standard in a two-car stream, we're going to take a very quick bio break, and then we'll be back to build the NASCAR Chevy Camaro. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to show off a little preview here. We're going to do it like this. I will be back in a minute. Well, a couple minutes. All right, quick bio break, and then we'll be back for the second car. I don't know if you saw what just happened, but as I sat down, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if you. I wasn't paying attention, and I accidentally yeeted the Ferrari off the table, and a couple bits, like the canopy and the spoiler, came off, but it's all back together. Let's set this car off to the side so I don't do that again. Oh, the driver also went to the floor. All right, we've recovered the driver. As standard with the two-car streams, we'll leave the first driver sitting out so that she can watch the second car be built with her friend. All right, so here is the NASCAR Chevy Camaro. All right, so this is probably the most colorful Speed Champions car in the line. It's clear from the design that they couldn't decide what color scheme they wanted to go with, so they combined a few different color schemes. Back of the box, as standard, shows the car driving away. Photo of one of the real cars. You can see the real cars are a little less garish and tacky. The real cars are a little more solid in their color scheme here. But I kind of like this multicolored look. It's perfect. It's like a party car, perfect for the finale of the series. I can't believe we're here. Just one build left, and my garage is complete, at least until 2025. I have no doubt we'll see some more cars in 2025, so there's that to look forward to. But for now, this is the end of Speed Champions for the year. So bag 1, bag 4, bag 5. Wow, so they've really split up this car. 5, 4. There's 2. Oh, and that sticker sheet isn't quite as extensive as I thought it would be. There's a lot of bigger looking stickers on here. The instruction book. You know what we do with the physical instructions, though. We'll set that aside, and we will pull up the PDF instructions. Okay, this is the last time we'll see the standard chassis piece. At least for this year. At least for many months. And this is the last time you'll see the back of a Speed Champions box. And the front of a Speed Champions box. At least again for many months. Okay, so the sticker sheet isn't too terribly extensive. It's less stickers than I thought it would be. It's still a lot. This is a big sticker sheet. Still got a lot of stickers, but a lot of the stickers are bigger stickers. So it looks like it's more than it really is. I can manage the sticker sheet. And it came with a second sticker sheet with only 4 stickers on it. I think that's because these are clear back stickers, so they needed a separate backing. Okay. So the instructions are now going to tell us to get into bag 1. And we do have a helmet for this driver. The only purple helmet in the line. Okay, let's go ahead and get our driver together. Okay, where's his legs? purple legs. Okay, so we need to look for purple in this pile. There they are. And the face. He just has a standard smiley face. Actually, slightly confident, smirky smiley face. But one of the more basic of the Speed Champions faces. We'll give him his hair. Okay. Am I confused about my car logos? No, I am not. So, there's our driver. You can see he has a NASCAR logo on his jacket and a little tiny Chevrolet logo above that. This is also the only Speed Champions driver to have purple pants. Why is he not focusing? There he goes. And the back of the jacket is strangely plain. A lot of the jackets have some back printing. It's kind of weird that this one doesn't, considering how colorful and over the top the design otherwise is. He does get a wrench. And we need to set up his helmet. And now the two drivers can watch as we build the second car. It's kind of surprising that this is only the first NASCAR branded car, considering how many, considering that most of Speed Champions lines is various race cars. But I think a lot of the cars we've seen represent the European racing circuit or street racing circuits. And other exotic things like that. But this one is NASCAR branded. It's even on the stickers. So let's go ahead and start building this up. I really don't know what to expect with this build because it keeps switching colors all over the place. Okay, it's doing some interesting things in the seating area. I know from the outside it's a normal shaped car, but this is a race car, so the interior is going to do some weird stuff. If that's not aligned quite right, we'll find out when we start building up whatever's supposed to be in there. I'll probably do a computer Lego stream on Saturday. Or Sunday. May take a break because we're doing a game stream tomorrow. So, but then again, I haven't streamed all week, so I might do 3 streams in a row. We'll see. I wonder what that ketchup bottle thing is supposed to represent. So yeah, this interior is definitely doing some unusual things. But then again, I don't follow NASCAR, so I haven't really seen the inside of those cars. Now, unlike most Speed Champions cars where the steering wheel is on a black base, this car's steering wheel is on the gray base. That's what it looks like. This is the last Speed Champion steering wheel you will see for a while, at least until next year. So now we know which end of the car is back and which end of the car is front. Even though none of the exterior has started to be layered yet. We've just been doing interior structure. Okay. So it looks like we're doing the back of the seat now. That's what that seat looks like in there. You can see it behind the steering wheel. And now we're doing a wheel arch. No, not a wheel arch. This is the axle block. So this is the axle block for the front of the car. Oh, I didn't realize that piece would be going on this early in the build. What am I talking about? Well, you'll see when we get towards the end of this bag. I may have just spoiled something awesome. Okay, that's cool. So we have this little tiny printed piece with some console on it. Okay, obviously we're doing some more internal structure bits right now. It'll be a while before we get to surface detailing, considering we've barely started layering this car. Okay, so this section plugs in here like this and cuts off the it cuts off the interior from what will eventually be the front of the car. Okay, so nothing steady yet. That'll come as the car develops. Okay, I didn't realize that we were putting this piece on so early in the build, but look at this. Look at this silver on black print representing the stars and stripes. This is the most American of the cars we've got, obviously, but this is a beautiful print. It'd be interesting to see how this piece lines up with the rest of the car's design. Is it supposed to be sticking out that much? I'm not sure if it's supposed to be sticking out that much. Let's try that again. Well, I'm going to assume that that's how it's supposed to go because that's how it lines up. And if I'm not correct and it needs to be shifted later, we can shift it later. Looks like we have an assembly here. All right, that goes there. The half plate, half tile things will go here. And then some brackets. And this whole section will line up in front of our little flag section. And this will plug into those studs on the front. And that's what the front of the car looks like so far, with that whole section attached. And it's time to move on to bag 2. So the notable details for bag 1 in this case are the most of the interior and the silver flag print. Still a beautiful print. I have it'd be interesting to see how that print looks and enhances the rest of the car once the rest of the car gets built up around it. It doesn't look like bag 2 has a lot going on. Be interesting to see the logical divisions of the bags here. All right, so what we're building up now looks like it's going to be a structural assembly. I'm not sure what part of the car yet, but we will find out soon enough. Some more brackets. Oh, I think these brackets are meant to be centered over those, like this. Okay. We're doing some interesting shaping things over here. That much is evident. Exactly what we're putting together, I'm not sure yet. Okay, so this is a section for the bottom of the car, it looks like. Yeah, because these are going to go into those sticking out pegs like this. So this is that section we just attached to the bottom front of the car. It's got some interesting shaping going on. That's what the front looks like so far. Okay, so that little bit goes on down there. And now we come back and we will do the front wheel arches. We're going to have some stickers going on this little section. Based on the pieces in front of me, it looks like this is the kind of thing that we're going to do, one for each side. It doesn't look like these stickers are going to have to match up with anything, so let's just, it looks like they're color blocking, but they're color blocking, but they don't really match up with two. It looks like it's, as long as I put them straight, we should be okay. Okay, this is that little section we just put together, and that's going to attach onto the front of the car. One of those bits is a corporate sponsorship, but it's too tiny, I can't read it. And that's going to go on the front of the car like this. And as I predicted, we have to do the same thing again. Okay, let's make sure the sticker is lined up and centered. I do have long-term plans for my Lego collection that are gonna have to be put on hold for a little bit. What matters is I've met my first Lego goal. Let's keep going. So it looks like we're building up the front first this time. That's unusual for Speed Champions. Usually we build up the back first. But it's cool to see things switch up a bit, especially for how unique this car is in terms of its design. Oh, wait. Did I miss something? Yes, I did miss something. These rounded corner plates, they have printing on the side that I completely missed, which means I put them in incorrectly. There's a little headlight print on the side of these plates. I didn't even notice that at first. Those prints were so tiny. Oh, and there's a little Chevrolet logo on the side of that plate as well. Okay. Look at that top layer of black plates. You can see the headlights and the tiny printed Chevrolet logo right there. That's pretty awesome. That's some pretty awesome detailing. And then we're already tiling up the front of the hood. Interesting, interesting assortment of tile pieces. Okay, some more stickers. Let me put these on first, because these flames need to line up with the tilings on top. So if I put the flames on correctly, then the color blocking should look good. So I don't want to leave a black gap between the yellow bits. That's why I wanted to put the tiles on before putting the stickers on. I'd say I applied those flames pretty well. The yellow doesn't exactly match the yellow of the tiles, but look at those flames on the hood. I did it without leaving too much of a gap. I think I did pretty well with that sticker application there. It's already time to move on to bag 3. We're making pretty good progress with this car, actually. So here's what the whole front of the end of the car looks like after bag 2. Bag 3, there's almost no color in bag 3. So I'm assuming bag 3 is mostly going to be structural stuff. I do see our first couple purple pieces though. So we're going to start with a bracket and a plate. Okay, so it looks like bag 3, we're going to start building up the sides here. So yeah, we do get our first bits of the purple part of the car here. And we get 3 stickers for this section as well. I'll show you after the sticker placement what we just did over here on this side of the car. That's not straight. That's a little better. So this is the number 4 car. Number 94, I mean. Okay, that's what the side look. Hold on. Yeah, that's that whole side built up. So that's what the side bit looks like with the stickers attached. That little sticker at the top on the black piece says NASCAR Cup Series. There's some venting there, and then the number 94 with the flame pattern. I'm gonna look up real quick because I'm curious now. So it looks like 94 94 has been associated with a number of famous drivers. I don't know the names because I don't follow NASCAR, so we'll leave it at that. All right, let's get the instructions back up. And now I will do the same steps on this side of the car. All right. Sticker time. Ouch, I creased that sticker. That's always a good way to introduce visible damage to the sticker. Doesn't look too bad. All right, it's good. Okay, that's what the stickering looks like on that side. Same stickers as before. And now it's assembly time. Okay, this section will go up here, lining up the some more of the inside front there. I'm not sure what this red tile is supposed to be representing. Inside dashboard. Let's make sure I put the slope correctly this time. Okay. That's what that little console sticker looks like. You can see how the whole interior is starting to come together now. And now it looks like we're going to do the back wheel arch. Did I say wheel arch again? I meant axle block. This is our very last Speed Champions axle block for the whole series. Okay, so the final axle block has been placed for the whole series, at least until next year. Okay, so there's the back wall for the interior, which will allow us to start layering and structuring the back end of the car now. All right, so basically what's going on now is we're layering the internal structure for the back end of the car. And then we have an assembly. Gotta make sure we're lining these panel pieces up straight. And then this will attach to the back of the car like this. If I can do that without making the whole thing fall apart, that'd be great. There we go. The section is attached. As you can see, the back of the car is starting to get some layering and structuring going. And it's time for bag 4. And bag 4 is going to begin with some more stickers. I do like the flame motif that's going on with this car. So, purple bracket. And then a trans black brick. Interesting. And then a little purple tile on top. I'm a little wary about putting this sticker on right now because this is a sticker that I could tell is going to have to line up with something else later. But if I can get it close to the edge, it's not that big a deal. They probably have us do the sticker before putting it on because maybe this piece is going to be inaccessible when we're doing the big stickers that go next to it. And then, of course, one for the other side. Where is that other bracket piece? Did I not empty everything out properly? No, there's nothing in the bag. We know we get the trans black brick and the purple tile. There it is. It was directly in front of me the whole time. In my blind spot, apparently. Okay, that's on. And now we're going to set up a wheel arch. And then one for the other side. wonder what the bracket, I mean the panel is for inside the brackets. I guess we'll see soon. Sorry I'm not talking much. There really isn't much to talk about this week. Not a lot's been happening. I mean, we celebrated my birthday. That's the big thing for the week. Alright, what's going on here? Okay, so we got bracket with a tile. Where's the actual bracket though? Right there. Interesting bit of shaping we have going on here. And it looks like we have some color blocking stickers to do right here. And these stickers are these stickers are beginning to set up the gradient from the purple to the teal sections of the car. Interesting. I see how that's all lining up. Basically, this is some more structural bits. Okay. And then some panels. Interesting. Oh, I see where those plates go. And a stud here. And a stud here. And then some slope bits. And these slopes actually point forward into the interior. That's an interesting bit of shaping. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly we're building up over here, but it looks like it's an extension for the window. Okay, so we have some more of these gradient stickers. Since it's going to leave purple gaps all around, I want to try and make sure that they're at least as straight as possible to minimize the gaps. Okay. And it looks like it's time to move on to the final bag of the evening. So yeah, this is our car so far. Clearly there's a few more gaps that need to be filled in. So it looks like this car has unique wheel caps, branded wheel caps even. That's pretty awesome. So let's also set aside the wheels and tires. In terms of actual pieces, not counting the wheels, there's very little here. We're almost done with this car. So we have wheel parts over here. We'll set aside the canopy. And let's go with the rest of this build now. We do have a, what's this going on here? We do have some trans clear pieces in this assortment. I recognize these pieces from Asian buildings and architecture, these corner pieces. But this is the first time I've ever seen them in clear. This may be the first time I've seen them used in a vehicle. So this will clip onto that bar we made earlier. And then upwards. Transparent tail fin spoiler, maybe? All right. So now we're building up some of the shaping and structure. We'll be done with this car very soon. There's not a lot of gaps left to fill. So this will plug onto the back like that. And then we'll do one for the other side. And this will plug onto this side. Nice. Why is it not cooperating with this side like it did with the others? There we go. And we have an assembly. So this section's going to be up like this. So this section, this piece needs to be on like that. And then this section needs to clip on to the middle of that bar where we put the other section. So like this. And then this needs to snap into those studs there. And interesting. And then we just need to smooth off the back here. And suddenly we're almost out of pieces. We still have several stickers left though. And the back of the car is looking unfinished in terms of patterning compared with the rest of the car. All right, here we go. Sticker time. There's 5 stickers on this page. So this sticker says ZL1, which is like the model number of the car. That's not straight at all. That looks bad. Now this is the back of the car, meaning it's not really going to be visible in my display, but I still want it to look good because eventually I'll be changing up the displays. Eventually, when I have better shelving arrangements, I am going to build that modular stackable garage and show off the cars from the side. But I think that's a project for next year. And then we have a NASCAR logo sticker and then taillight stickers. And then a big giant sticker with the Camaro logo. There's still 6 stickers left between the 2 sticker sheets after I finish this page. That's, the taillights are not even with each other. Okay, that means that the taillights on this side are actually crooked because they're supposed to be at an angle. Let's try it like this. How's this look? Better? Yeah. They're not, the taillights aren't perfect, but they're a little bit better. And then I have to get this big Camaro logo. And that goes on this middle tile here. All right, so that's what the back of the car looks like with the stickers applied. And now it looks like we're making a window section of some kind. This will attach onto these clips and close off the back section of the structure of the car. And then we have this Cup Series sticker that goes along the back of the window. So that's what the back window looks like with the Cup Series sticker attached. And then we have the one sticker to finish the flame effect coming off the wheel arch. It's not straight, but I got it lined up pretty perfectly. I just need to straighten it a bit. No, it still needs to be straighter. Well, that's straighter, but still not perfect. There's the back wheel arch with that flame applied. Something feels like it's something sounds like it's rattling around in there. Something broke off inside. Yeah, I see what's going on here. I want to fix up that broken piece inside because it's a structural piece. And then I'll put these other two stickers on that the instructions are telling me to do. All right. I'm glad we've caught that. Even though it was an internal piece that would have never been noticed, it was still an issue. And let's get this last piece of the flame on. And there's that flame. There's the flame on that wheel arch. And now we're adding pieces to the inside. So it looks like we're building that caging structure that some race cars have next to the driver. So that one crosses to that side, and that one crosses up there maybe. And it looks like we're setting up the canopy, which is going to involve the last two stickers. It's not straight. It could be a little straighter. There's that sticker sheet done. And our last Speed Champion sticker is going to be this one. And I've always had a problem getting these windscreen ones straight. So this one might take me a while to line up properly. Well, this one gives us little guide slots on the sides here. So if I make those little guide bits parallel with the side of, yeah, but that's not centered. We want to make sure that the little guide bit is parallel with the edge of the canopy, while still putting it in enough that the effect is going to be, and that's not parallel as evidenced by the fact the whole thing was at a weird angle. That's about as good as I can get it. So that's what the canopy looks like with the two stickers applied. I got that Camaro logo pretty well centered. It's not perfect. And there's the end of the final sticker sheet in my garage. And this will attach to the front of the car like this. Let me just adjust the cage so we can get the canopy on safely. There, now we should be able to attach this. There we go. And that's what the car looks like with that canopy attached. Wow. Looking at it in person, this is a colorful and kind of tacky car. I love it. It was a good finale. Let's go ahead and get these wheels together. And that's what the unique Chevrolet Camaro wheel covers look like. I like that look. All right, let's build up the rest of these tires, and then we will be ready to call it a night. Last wheel. interesting advertisement page. We've built all those cars already. This was the last one. So let's turn off the instructions. And now we will come over here. Side, front, back, other side, top, and bottom. Let's go ahead and make an exit scene so we can raid out. So there's our fourth and final Ferrari, our first and final car for the garage, the NASCAR Camaro. Let's get the drivers ready. Same way I always do it. Holding their wrenches and helmets at attention. Although the Ferrari driver did not come with a helmet. So the Ferrari driver is ready for attention. And let's go ahead and get the Camaro NASCAR driver ready. And he does have a helmet to hold. Okay, let's see who's available to raid tonight. Stream just past the 3-hour mark. So considering splash screen time, we finished the two, and the fact I took a bio break in the middle, we finished the 2 cars in under 3 hours. Just barely. All right, who's available to raid? I want to make sure that they're not about to quit, though. There's a bunch of people on tonight. Well, let's see. I know that they usually have a time limit. Bear with me, I'm just trying to figure out our raid target. 2.5 hours. They could be getting close to the end there. And this stream has been going since before I started. So this one's probably getting ready to quit as well. Give me a moment to figure out what I'm doing here. Let's take our chances in Ray Taryn tonight. Her stream's at the 2.5 hour mark. She usually doesn't go more than 3 hours, but let's try to get in there. I think she just got back from vacation. I haven't seen her streams as regularly the last few weeks. Anyway, so we've hit the finish line. These are the last 2 cars to go into the garage. We are done with LEGO Speed Champions Generation 2. 7.5 month journey, 43 cars. I don't believe it. I mean, I'm looking at them and I kind of don't believe I was able to pull it off, but we will. We'll probably do a recap stream sometime in the fall. I do have a 300th stream milestone coming up in a couple weeks. And probably a little bit after that, we'll do a recap stream where I show all the cars, do a mini review of each, maybe a tier list, and you can look at all 43 Speed Champions cars. I won't be able to have them on screen at the same time because this table's tiny. I can only safely put about 6 cars on this table at a time, but we'll figure out we'll figure out a tier list and mini review stream to show you the whole garage, the whole collection. Anyway, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow because we're having a special online board game night with a couple people you might remember. That we'll do a recap. I won't be able to have them on. We'll figure out. We'll figure out. Because we're having a special online board game night with a couple people you might remember. We'll do a recap. I won't be able to have them